Hello, good morning. We are off to Bedfordshire Steam and Heritage Fair, I think it is. I have went a bit OTT on the makeup, but I've got myself a big comfy spooky shirt and some split trousers, and I've got my wonderful homemade jumper in my bag. We are all ready to rock and roll. My kiddo is bringing along his RC traction engine. So yeah, the whole reason why he has built it is for today. So yeah, so he gets to go show it off and put it next to real traction engines. But yeah, so we are just waiting for his friend. Then we're going to be off on our way. So there'll be lots of clips of stuff today. If I find quiet moments to chat, I will. And there'll probably be just a catch up later / tomorrow, depending on how late we get back and how tired I am. But yeah, my son went last year for the first time. I'm new at this, I've never been, so yeah, so we're gonna have a good time. Oh, getting hiccups. Also, I've got really fun earrings on. I've got sunflowers and snails, and yeah, so I'm very excited. But I have got my anxiety meds on me, I've got some crochet on me, and I've got some distraction stuff. So yeah, I'm fully prepped for if I need to go have a moment, I can go bubble, which is perfect. So yeah, so we're all good, we're all prepped, and yeah, we are off to go have a wonderful day. And the weather has turned and it's looking beautiful today, so I've packed an umbrella just in case, because I'm just bringing a jumper, a crocheted hoodie. That's what I'm bringing. It's not just a jumper, it's a crocheted hoodie. I've made it, I can show off. So yeah, but no, very much looking forward to today, and yeah, let's go on an adventure. There's something coming to meet you, Rye.
They're multiplying, there's 2 of them.
You walking your dog, Rye?
I don't think it's big enough. it's heavy enough, I hope.
No, I've got a heavier one than that.
No, I don't know whether I've got mine all runs on ball bearings. Yep. And so you have to design new bearing out.
Mine fit the original. All I had to do was add little spaces.
Oh yeah, oh okay, yes. Yeah.
We ran with that.
Sorry?
We ran with that.
I'm really good still.
So, yeah. The whole thing of that.
So the whole...
Here it goes. I'm in the animal tent. Goats. And there are sheep. Chickens and ducks. These are golden Guernsey, which is cute. Hey, yeah. Oh. Bees.
started when I was about 5 or 6. With my dad. Then there's the next day jobs we used to do. And the next big thing we started.
This place is actually insanely good. Like, just, you know, actually everything there. And then also here is Shuttleworth Hall, the old house. It's beautiful. But yeah. Freaking steam cars. So cool. There's a little one back there.
We have a light, we do.
Please excuse the bad paranoid.
What is going? You move again. Go over here. Okay. How's it?
Heavens have opened, but what a cool thing to sound like. And there's a row of them.
You heard what the Canadians said? True?
Are you aware there is a third language under restoration in Sheepdog?
And press week. Oh no, they were planning on coming in. They were planning on stopping at press week. They didn't.
Sky now. The huge rain thing that's just passed. The state of me, even with an umbrella. All good though. It's the way I figure it. Crochet and Talking to myself is cheaper than a therapist.
This is true.
So yeah. Your artistry is your hands and your brain. And you are wearing a fabulous hat. So yeah. It's spectacular.
Up and down, or round and round?
It's spectacular. I'm so impressed.
They stop, they can't stop like you can your car. So please give them a little bit of a wide berth on their way back to their lorries, but do come over and speak to the owners. That's what we're here for. And one thing.
So the sheep you see here this afternoon are North Country mules. We buy these in as ewe lambs in end of September, October time, where we run them round for a year before they go to the ram, and then they lamb in the March when they're just 2 years of age. Now there are people who do lamb them at a year old, but it suits our farming system and also means that we have sheep for shows such as this, that we actually run them round for that extra year. So David Farm's not very far away from here, where he has just under 400 acres, 280 is arable crop, and the remainder is grass for the sheep. There's a flock of 430 breeding ewes, and these lamb during March. So during the summer months, there's in the region of 15 to 1600 sheep on the premises. So these dogs do know what a proper day's work is all about. They are out there every day with David.
So good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. So just before little Ted, the tri-coloured one, winds everything up, we'll just try and tell you a little bit about their different left and rights. Lie down. Max, the oldest one here today. Derecha. Lie down. Ted's giving me the evil eye, thinking I'll soon wind things up, Dad. That's why he stood on his long rope. Yes, he's not that old a little dog, but he came so well last year that he was in the team, but he's nowadays thinking, yeah, I'll just wind things up, especially now I've got two youngsters. Lofty, lofty, lie down. Although he's actually concentrating, I'm afraid his concentration is pretty zilted. So, the next one we're going to work, this little boy, well, he should have been doing this sort of thing last year, but you get some people, some animals that are so hyper, so high-wired that you just wonder whether you'll ever manage to settle them down. And little Moss, oh, we are just so hyper. Queen. Lie down, Moss. Lie. Come on, Dad, let's just keep going. Izquierda. There, Glenn. Moss! Hey! Moss! Lie! Moss! Lie down! You don't you wind it up too much, dog. Now, Glenn, you should go the... When I told him last time, he should have gone to his left, but he came round on his right this time. Yeah, that's better. Steady, Glenn. Steady. Don't you move, Moss. Lie down, Moss. Lie. Good boy, Glenn. Steady, Glenn. Oh, no, that's rather nice. We have one that's now decided to go out of the way. So I hope he might come back, but I don't know whether he'll come straight underneath that road, ladies and gents. Just drop that road down, please, or open the gate up somehow. That's it, well done. Just flick that gate round so you can see a bit more. Fortunately, she's up there. Hopefully nobody will let her run away. She says, I can't see the entrance at the moment. Bless her.
Because he hasn't actually worked with the geese very much at all. This is about his 4th show ever, so to just pick up working on the geese from that is really good. And you can see how the dogs are just very gradually moving up. And let's see whether we can get them through that long gateway. And Ted, of course, is enjoying a cuddle with some of the children over the other side. Now, there's enough of the others to do it, Dad. Don't need me. And there they go through that first obstacle. So now coming down towards this last obstacle.
Last one. This is it. Photo finished.
So here come the geese. Here they come. Through that obstacle as well, so. Right.
They're going to cut wood. It's raining, the sun's shining and there's bright sky, and then there's just, you know, engines. Perfectly normal. And we're back to sunny. This is a day of a lot of weathers. There's my kid over there with his and actual one coming up. So the real deal. And then there is model, and then my kid's model. Because yeah, reasons. £3 of amazingness, and the steam engine you just saw is what's powering it. So cool. Ryan's, and then there is that one.
You don't take any care, you don't take any profit.
Hello, it is the following day from the Steam Fair. Had a very good time, but I am knackered. Between being out in all that heavy rain on and off, getting soaked, and it being quite hilly, so yeah, tired legs today. But well worth it. I had a great time. And it was really enjoyable, and yeah, really different from anything I've ever been to. As you would have seen from all of the clips I just put in, it's like 25 minutes-ish worth of stuff. There was like the horses, there was sheepdog thing. They didn't do the parade of steam because the ground was a bit too soft by then in the main arena bit. But yeah, walking around seeing everything as it just drives by you. My son's little engine got so much attention, and yeah, great time. Really enjoyed himself, so that was nice. I did pick up a few bits and pieces while I was there. You would have seen there was like a craft tent, which was really cool. The bag's a bit mullered because, funnily enough, it was wet. So yeah, so let me show you what I picked up. Start off. Take the stuff out of the bag, I think. There's lots of leaflets and cards in here because yeah, I love to pick up a stall card, you know, card of each stall, so I can, you know, go and find them. So yeah, so as I show bits, I will, pardon me, try and show the cards that I've picked up for each person, or if not, there still would have been on the video if they didn't have a card. So yeah, I'll show the first thing I picked up, which was £5. And I know my son did 3D prints, but I know that this filament is expensive apparently. And I got a little 3D printed frog, and he changes colour, which is so cool. And I thought it'd be fun for my frog shelf, and also it's a frog skeleton, so very cool. So he's going to go on my frog shelf. He was £5, and he was from the company. I showed the banner, I think, in the video, or I took a picture. I'll put it here. But yeah, they were very nice. I told them about my son's thing, and actually we went back and saw them at the end of the day, which was really good. Yeah, I got some crystal things. I'll show them. I got this bracelet. Let's tap the screen, get it to focus. There we go. It's really pretty colours. It's ruby in zoisite. That. And yeah, apparently bounces and heals emotional trauma. Who knew? I didn't read the bit, I just picked it up because I thought it was pretty. Promoting passion and joy, reduces stress and anxiety. It was the last one, and I love the colour of it, but how perfect is that? That was like £8. But I love crystal bracelets, so yeah. So, and I got this little bit of moss agate, which I will try and show, because obviously I bought the wool that is called moss agate, and I thought it was cool to get some, and it is really pretty, and it is like moss. So yeah, so I've got a bit of that for £2. So those two together were £8, and they were from Holistic Gifts and Crystals. I do that on the card. Come on, there we go. And they have a QR code, which I will show. So there we go. So yeah, got that from them. It's nice to be able to share little bits. I didn't have a card, and I didn't show them on the thing, but there was a store there, and a lady was making beaded jewellery things and all sorts, and it was great fun. And yeah, she had these little bag charms, but I'm going to use it as a very large crochet marker because of the claw clip for when I'm like in between projects. This was £2.50, but she was sat there making things, so yeah, and I was like, I admire people who do beads. So I got that as a like project holder. I thought would be a good use for it. And another stall that didn't have any kind of banner. Old ladies selling knitwear, baby blankets and baby stuff. They had a big thing full of buttons. There's some really pretty colourful ones, but they had one of the bigger size. And then she said, oh, I've got another one. And she looked, I didn't bring it with me. But she did have toggles, and I love toggles. I've just ordered a toggle coat. So I got 6 toggles, and these were 50p each. But wooden toggles are hen's teeth. And they're a good medium size for a toggle, so they're actually usable. So yeah, so I've got some toggles, and I've got enough for a project. So it can be on something crochet or an actual sewn garment, which I thought was good. I didn't buy anything from this lady, but I did pick up her card because she had some really cool stuff. And I was like, so yeah, so I was like, I will buy, can I have a card? And I picked one up, and I took a little video of her. She was throwing live, which I thought was so cool. And here is her little QR code. So yeah, so she was great. So I planned to buy it. She had little pots that have little indents for you to put your paintbrush in over the paint water. It's such a good idea. Yeah, so I thought that would be fun to get further online when I've got a bit more spending pennies. I spent much more than I should have in reality, but so it's fine. And then there's quite a couple of, there's 2, so there was a third one. The third little card has disappeared, but there was yeah, a crochet stall of bits and pieces. This was the one that had all the spooky things and all that, and these were yeah, wicker knitter bluebell gifts. So these are their cards. So there we go. Their stall was very fun. Yeah, they had lots of beautiful amigurumi and all that, but they had a thing of pens, and I was like, oh, I was hoping it was crochet hooks. Like, we have crochet hooks. I'm like, can you customise crochet hooks? And they could. They were £5, and I was like, I've never tried these like squishy silicone beads, but I thought it'd be fun. And the hook sizes they had, I got a 5 and I got a 5.5, and I thought they'd be just a bit different from the Addy swing hooks, and they're spooky. So for £5 each, I got these. There's a little ghost and there's a little house. I picked out the colours of the beads, and she was like, do you want a certain order? And I'm like, let chef decide. And also she was like, what one do you want to want? I'm like, your choice. So yeah, so I got these which are really cute. So yeah, so they're always good, and I thought these are good sizes to have some extras of. So I got a couple of different style crochet hooks to see how that might help, you know, bits with hand things, you know, always trying to make things as pleasant feeling as possible. So yeah, I got them. Leaflets of the programme, that was £3, and yeah, lists every single engine, who owns it, the reg plate, all that info, you know, all the bits, the miniature steam stuff. It's, yeah, everything is in here, as well as the little map of the Shuttleworth house grounds and everything, and how it's spread out. So yeah, but what they don't show is everything is either on a bit of a down or an up. It's like down and then up on a hill, and then there's a little bit where it evens out. But yeah, my legs are feeling it today from that walking. And then I picked up these 2 books. I got this Discovering Traction Engines little book for Ryan for £3, because silly things like this main like bit, and it's sort of all through, it's a little older book, but it's got all the different types of engines. Oh, actually it smells lovely, and it has bits about Showman's engines in there, which I thought were cool, because Ryan is building one of them. That one there, big picture of the Showman's engine, I thought was really cool. So yeah, so I got that for Rye. And then for myself, I got this Farming with Steam book, because relatives further back used to work on a steam thresher, and I thought it would be really cool to have a book of all the different things that steam things did, as well as seeing videos of steam thresher and the stuff like pictures of the factories where they built them and all that. So I thought that would be really interesting, and it's quite niche. Please ignore my stomach there, I have just had cereal. But yeah, so I thought that would be really cool to have. It does smell slightly like coal, which is quite funny. I did also pick up food, but we haven't eaten it yet. A lamb pasty, and I've got Ryan a hunter's pie. It's like chicken, bacon, ham and stuffing, and it's like topped with stuffing on top. So yeah, so I think we're probably gonna have them for dinner today, because I got home and put them straight in the fridge. So yeah, so we've got them. Sorry, I've got something stuck to my sock. Got them for dinner tonight, which would be nice. So yeah, so little bakery that does proper stodge, and yeah, lamb pasty. I love lamb pasties. So yeah, and the last thing I picked up was from Stopford Mill. It's a water mill, and they actually do their own flour. So I got a bag of stone ground flour from Bedfordshire, which is really cool. So local to me. Yeah, and the irony is I'm going to be going there in a couple of weeks for the other steam show that Ryan's friend want to go to. And yeah, it's got a bit of history on it. Setting on the River Ivel in Bedfordshire is unique, burnt down 1992, and it's now a grade 2 listed working water mill. It's completely rebuilt with 3 fully accessible floors to view. Some machinery survived the fire and has now been restored. Mill's taking place on opening days during April to October. The mill has its own tea room, selling cakes, teas, coffees, and a gift shop. It's managed by Stopford Mill Preservation Charity, and then there is used by date on the back, but it is ground at the mill. So they had white flour, they had wholemeal flour, and they had porridge oats, which I thought was really cool, rolled oats. So yeah, but I got the flour, and they even had a little sheet with some recipes on, which I thought was cool. So yeah, so going to be going there in a couple weeks, which should be fun. But yeah, that is everything I picked up at the steam show. Obviously I took loads of videos, I took a lot of photographs. There are like 400 and something photos I took, so I need to go through them, and yeah, I'm going to put them on Facebook so my son and his friend have got them available to both of them as references for various bits and pieces, because obviously they were much slower going around with their little engines. But yeah, they have went out today to another way smaller little model show. So yeah, they're off to that today, but I'm chilling at home because I'm knackered. It shows on my face. I did catch the sun yesterday. I felt very red and very sore last night. It's mainly till my nose, but yeah, I did catch the sun a bit, but I had great fun. I went on the merry-go-round. It was really cool, and yeah, saw lots of really interesting things and had a very good time. But yeah, today I'm an indoor girl chilling out. But I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you did, please drop us down a like and a subscribe. I do vlogs, I do days out, I do all sorts, you know. Yeah, all art stuff, crochet stuff, you know. We have our fingers in many pies on this channel. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and yeah, I will see you beautiful people in my next video. Bye.